I asked my daughter what happened. She said that she fell in the bathtub. You can obviously tell that is not from falling in the bathtub. So I asked her again, are you sure? And then that's when she said, no, my dad Steve hit me because I wouldn't clean up. That bruise, it lasted at least a week, if longer. I was putting ice packs on it because she kept complaining that it was hurting. I sat by her holding the ice packs on her because she would cry to me that it hurt so bad. How can someone do that to especially their child?
My boyfriend Steve has 2 kids with Jody. Jody is currently in a relationship with Anthony. Jody and Anthony are accusing us, and we know it happened at their house. There's no way it could happen at ours. We don't do that.
I went to the police station. They talked to me, and then they talked to her and took pictures. After that, Steve and Misty drove to our house. They was in their car yelling at us, honking the horns, and they even got out and was coming to our door and banging on it. And we told them that we did not want anything to do with it. We was letting the authorities handle it.
After Steve went and spoke with the police officers, we went and met up with them to talk about it. They didn't even come out. They were standing on the side looking behind a curtain, acting like they were scared. It's your kid. You should have been the one to be doing this. Like, I mean, I consider her mine, but you're her mom. Like, that was your responsibility to figure out what's going on.
I will not let Steve see her until I get answers. I think that Steve did do it to her because she would not say that her dad did it if he didn't do it.
Jody hasn't done anything. Like, it's been me, it's been Steve and I trying to figure out answers. It's been us, the one that called the show. It's been us that's been sitting here attempting to see her and not being able to.
They are trying to blame Anthony for doing this to her, and he would never, ever do this to her. He is the greatest father figure I've had for them in their life.
Honestly, I think Anthony might have hit her and maybe didn't realize it. It's hard to tell when you have your child call multiple people dad. Period. It's too hard. It's too hard to accuse somebody and not know who it is.
When Steve fails his lie detector test, I want him locked up so he won't do it again, or to my son.
If Anthony fails, I want her. She needs to come to us, where she's gonna be loved. She's not gonna be treated like that at all. And they need to be going to jail.
Steve, since everybody in this story is accused of doing this to your daughter, why don't we do this standing up? It's Jody, right? Your ex?
Yes.
And Misty, that's your ex and your current girlfriend on the tape. What do you have to say about this?
Jody is a worthless mother. She does not deserve to her kids. She does not deserve to be called a mother. She does not deserve that title.
And why do you say that?
Because she abandoned our son. She abandoned him when we split up a few years ago, when I found out she was cheating on me with Anthony. She left him at our house with me, and she left. She left me with nothing. She left me with, I had no job. I wasn't able to because I'm deaf. She left our son with me also, and went to God knows where.
And how long ago was that?
2 years ago.
Okay. So now, but you all moved on. You are now with Misty.
Yes,
she's with Anthony. I understand that you have custody of your son. She has custody of your daughter.
Yes.
Okay. So that's a pretty horrific bruise.
Yes, it is.
You know, sometimes kids, you see them run around and they'll get a bruise on their leg because, you know, they're running around, they're playing.
And they're kids.
This bruise is, I mean, it's massive.
It's a handprint.
Yeah, it's huge. How do you think that occurred to your daughter?
I believe Anthony didn't just smack her, but full force, you know,
right.
Got mad at her for not listening, not something.
And I want to remind everybody, this is your 4-year-old daughter.
That's my baby. Yeah, that's my dream.
She's 4 years old. So there's really no justification to hit a 4-year-old that hard, right?
No.
How do you become aware of this bruise?
Well, the police department showed up at my door on Monday, it would have been the 4th of December, I believe, and accused me of you know, told me he had to talk to me and told me I'm being accused of abuse, child abuse of my daughter. Didn't show me no pictures, nothing.
So Jody is the one that called the police?
Yes.
Okay.
But she never came to me about it first. Never came
asked
talking
you
to
about
me.
it?
No, nothing.
The police just show up at your door?
Yeah, the police just showed up.
Okay.
And at first, I was already upset, a mess, because of what's going on at home. And I slammed the door in his face until he said, "It's about your daughter." And I opened it. I said, "You can come in."
You slammed the door in the policeman's face?
Yes.
Why? I mean, you
I
don't
was
even know why
already
they're
mad.
there.
Yeah, I know. I should've.
Okay. I'm just saying, I used to be the police, and I wouldn't appreciate that.
I know. I see. I know the guy very well too.
Oh, okay. That's the
I know the officer.
Okay.
And personally, you know, we are friends. Well, you know, he's told me that you're being accused of child abuse of your daughter, and I said no. You know, let him in. We talked, and my son looked at him and goes, "My dad don't even whip us."
Right.
You know, and my daughter took a bath with Misty's daughter, you know, because they're little, whatever,
Right.
you know how kids are. And Misty's daughter looked at the cop and said, there was no bruise.
4 days, dude. 4 days? Sir. 4 days you had her. I restate that. 3 days you had her. Monday is when we called.
And I want to know,
text
how the
me.
hell can my daughter
You
have a freaking
text-
bruise on her leg when
You-
I don't even abuse my kids, man?
You text me and told me you seen it Friday, then turned around 3 hours
She calls
later
me
and said it
Daddy
was never
Steve
there.
around you.
She loves me. That girl
Right,
is
that's
all
why she
talks
sits
about
at
me.
my house and accuses me or accuses you of yelling at her all the time, constantly.
We always yellow.
You said that he sent you a text saying that there was a big bruise on the girl's leg?
Yes, sir.
Did you say that text?
Yes, I got all the messages
And did you
still.
give it to the police?
I didn't talk to the police. I called them, and then
You called the police and you didn't show them that text?
I just sent it to the directors. I think it was yesterday.
Why didn't you show the police that text? I find that very unusual.
No,
This is a crucial piece of evidence.
Yes.
And you didn't show it to the police.
Yes.
That's like if you found OJ's glove. Well, I didn't give it to the police, right?
Yes,
Okay.
it is.
Okay.
I should have definitely did it.
Yes. Okay. So who discovered the bruise on the little girl?
Jody did.
Okay. She comes to you and says what?
She sent me a picture, then she ends up calling
Oh,
me.
you weren't even home.
No, I was at work.
Okay.
I asked her what it was.
Was this the picture that she sent you?
The first one was a little different, but then
How would you describe this injury?
somebody straight hit her.
Yeah.
There-
It's a severe bruise, right?
Oh yeah. I asked her if she wanted me to come home. I was like that. I just ended up calling the cops. They told me to go to. So
You called the police.
I did. Yeah.
Even before you got home.
Yeah, I let my daughter down. She got hurt.
Well, if there's no control, if it happened while she was with her father, you didn't let her down, did you? She has to go
I
see
wasn't
her
there to
dad.
protect her.
Well, as long as you didn't do it, then you don't have a lot to be worried about, right?
Yeah.
I couldn't even imagine him doing that.
You couldn't imagine it.
Yeah. I trusted him with her, and she says Dad hit her.
Does she refer to him as dad?
Yes.
Okay. So did you try to clarify and say which dad did this to you?
No, she said Daddy Steve.
She said Daddy Steve.
Yes.
Is that how she refers to him as?
Yeah, Daddy Steven and Daddy Anthony. That is how she does it.
Okay. And so she said Daddy Steve did this to me. Did she explain how he did it or why he did it?
She said because she would not clean up the mess that Steve and Misty did before that.
Did you hit your daughter
No,
for not cleaning up?
no.
Okay.
I wouldn't.
Well, my daughter says so.
What did you do after you discovered the bruise?
I took a picture and immediately sent it to him and called him to
Okay.
figure out what I should do.
And what did you do?
I was crying too much and instead just didn't know what to do, so he called the police for me. And
The
then
police
he,
came to your house?
No, since it happened in a different county, I had to go to them.
And did you do that?
Yes, I did.
And what happened there?
I went and talked to them. They talked to me. They talked to our daughter, and they took pictures of it. And then they went and talked to him.
Okay. Police didn't arrest you though, right?
No, they came and they were there for 10 minutes and left, and I never heard
Is
nothing
there
again.
an open investigation to this matter?
I honestly couldn't tell you. They've not done anything since then except for went and talked to him.
But you filed a police report?
Yes, I did.
And you have the police report number?
Yes.
Okay. Did you strike your daughter?
No, I did not. I would never do that.
Okay.
What time did you go to the police department, Jody? What time did you go to the police department?
Don't swear.
What time?
Doesn't matter what time.
Yes, it
Doesn't matter what time. I asked you right away. Soon as accused him of yelling and
Hold on.
Okay,
Why didn't you say anything Sunday when I picked her up?
Shut up. If you've seen it on freaking Monday before you took her to school, why didn't you go
that day because of that?
Hold on.
Why didn't you take her to the police department that day?
I was trying to talk.
Okay. When you discovered the bruise, she's bringing up a point. How long afterwards did you call the police?
Right then.
The police did come and talk to Steve. Did they talk to you
Yes,
also?
I got called from work to come home and deal with this.
Okay, and what happened?
He looked at me, he's like, have you ever seen your boyfriend hit his kids? No.
Have you ever seen Steve get
No.
out of hand? He ever hit you?
No.
Okay.
He's never hit my kids.
And
Nothing.
because you all live together, your
Yes.
kids, his kid?
Yes.
Okay. And how
Your
long?
kids call me mom. I hold your daughter and put your daughter to sleep every night.
I got
she's there.
pictures.
Okay.
I'm the one that gave
I
your
do
daughter and
too.
helped your daughter and my daughter get out of the bathtub on
My
Sunday.
daughter
and
don't
guess
wanna
what,
go
honey
home.
buddy?
Oh, there was a
no bruise.
Yeah.
I swear to God, I would have said something to him.
Steve, you took a lie detector test.
Yes, sir.
And we asked you, did you grab your daughter's thigh causing those bruises? You answered no. You told the truth. Have you ever struck your daughter causing any marks or bruises? You answered no. You told the truth.
I'm coming after you.
Did you strike your daughter causing those bruises on her thigh? He answered no, and Steve told the truth. Anthony took a lie detector test. We asked him, did you grab Jody's daughter's thigh causing those bruises? He answered no. He told the truth. Have you ever struck Jody's daughter causing any marks or bruises? He answered no. He did not tell the truth.
Really?
Son of a bitch!
You are not being honest in that regard.
I'm coming after my
You
daughter.
don't remember?
How do you just forget? How do you forget hurting a 4-year-old innocent child?
Did you
Maybe you
ever?
never seen the mark.
Okay. Everybody.
I dare you.
Why do you strike a 4-year-old little girl?
I was probably punishing her for something. I don't know.
Well, okay.
You don't know.
Do you know what you were punishing her for? What did she do?
I don't remember doing it.
I'm going to take it that you're covering up for him.
Yes.
And I wish we would have asked that on the test, but we didn't, so I'm not going to go back to it because the main no, we don't need to. Because the main purpose of you being here today is whether somebody caused this particular horrific injury to your daughter. And the last question we're going to ask, Anthony, on your lie detector test, is did you strike Jody's daughter, causing those bruises on her thigh? And what did you answer?
I didn't.
You said no.
Yeah.
And you did not tell the truth. Why isn't she saying, pack your bags because you're out of my house, and when I get back, I'm going to make sure you go to jail.
You want to hit somebody, hit me instead of my daughter!
I didn't do it.
My baby girl.
What do you mean you didn't do it?
I had
You do it
no-
to you!
Little girl, why?
How you
I
feel?
didn't do it. I had no knowledge.
Obviously you did. It said you did.
And if I were you, I would go back, ding, 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 ding. Hello, Detective so-and-so. Yeah, we went on a Steve Wilkos show, and my boyfriend, it turned out he did beat my daughter. Send me a letter from prison. Get the off my stage. But this is what happens when you start covering up for somebody. Hey, my wife wouldn't cover up for me if I'm hurting my children. She'd have no problem throwing my ass in jail if I hurt my kids. And that's what you need to do. Don't cover up for anybody. And with that, you can get off my stage.
I called you, Steve, for help because I watch your show all the time.
Somebody's gonna watch this and say, you know what, she was brave enough to do that, I can do that too. Do you want to tell your story on the Steve Wilkos Show? Visit the link in the description to get my help.